while simultaneously researchers are able to improve their reputation, which can lead to promotions. These shady clinical trials are a complete fraud. One industry-funded trial claimed that a particular antidepressant produced 94% positive results. A later test by the FDA found only 51% positive results. Drug companies have also started paying doctors to participate in surveys of medicines that they never even prescribed. In fact, they spent $42 billion a year just on targeting doctors. Remember that when you see your doctor. On average, they are paid $61,000 a year by the pharmaceutical industry to push particular drugs, whether they work or not, whether you need them or not. The swamp extends to the official guidelines for prescribing drugs too. Statins are the drugs used to treat high cholesterol. National cholesterol guidelines received money from statin manufacturers. The psychiatrist responsible for overdiagnosing children with ADHD received $1.6 million from the manufacturers of the drugs used to treat it. The whole thing stinks. But perhaps none of this swampy behavior is as disgraceful as the pharmaceutical industry's role in the opioid epidemic, which killed 52,000 Americans last year. A health crisis so bad it's actually started driving US life expectancy down. For most of the last century, the terrible addiction that opioids can cause meant that they were shunned as a treatment for pain. But that all changed in the 1990s with a large-scale lobbying and public relations effort to make opioids acceptable. Part of it was run by a non-profit, the American Pain Foundation. Sounds nice, right? A non-profit focused on reducing pain. Except that the organization was basically a front for Big Pharma. It received 90% of its funding from medical companies. Some of their board members have extensive financial ties to drug makers, and the group lobbies against limits on opioid use. The most commercially successful of the new opioids is OxyContin. It was released in 1996 by Purdue Pharma with a promise that the drug could be prescribed with less risk of abuse and addiction. Well, that turned out to be a lie. In 2007, Purdue Pharma paid $600 million in fines, and 3 executives pled guilty to felony misbranding over OxyContin. But don't feel too sorry for them. Purdue Pharma is owned by the Sackler family. In 2015, with the opioid epidemic that they helped cause raging through our country, guess where they suddenly popped up? Number 16 on Forbes magazine's list of richest American families. I hope they enjoy their $14 billion fortune. The health swamp is like no other. It is literally killing people while enriching those who play the game.